Hey everybody, it's Marshall McKee. This is my Gotham Season 2 Episode 4 review and rundown. There's a lot of things to talk about. Some new characters, also some new stories, new plot points that we're going to be seeing here and there over the next few episodes, and possibly, hopefully, the whole season. I'm not really sure about that yet, but there's a lot of stuff to talk about, like I said. Careful for spoilers, from the episode, because I'm going to be talking all about this episode. I don't really say that most of the time, careful for spoilers, but I'm going to start doing that because some people in the past have told me, oh, you spoiled an episode. So I'm going to start saying, careful for spoilers if you guys have not seen the episode yet. So let's get started. Alright, so I can't talk today. I never can talk. I'm going to be doing biggest story to littlest story, where I talk about the biggest story in the episode down to the smallest story in the episode. Now, the biggest story is, of course, Nathaniel Barnes, the GCPD Strike Force. That's literally the title of the episode is Rise of Villains Strike Force. So obviously that's the title of the episode, and that's what this episode's about. So we're going to talk about it. So basically, Nathaniel Barnes is this new captain. He's the new captain. Michael Chiklis is playing him. You know him from Fantastic Four. If you don't, you probably know him from somewhere else. He is the reason Gotham is born now. He is the reason why it's Jerome's dead. I feel like that was what jump-started the season. I think that's what brought people in. The twist confused us, and now Nathaniel Barnes is keeping the spark alive. He's keeping that one flame going, and now it's bubbling up again. They rain on our parade. The fire has one little lit left. He's keeping that fire alive, and it's growing bigger from all the stuff in this episode. So this is one of the reasons why I like this episode, is because Nathaniel Barnes, Michael Chiklis, is here, and he's going to be taking over the GCPD. He is literally a violent older Gordon. I think he's older than Gordon, I'm not really sure. But he's literally Gordon to the 10th power of craziness. He is just amazing. So he comes in, he tells everybody, you should be ashamed. He lines up everybody that was, with their files that, has been corrupted. Or at least corrupted enough to do robbery and thievery and murder and all that stuff. He lines them all up, fires all of them, they go out the door, everybody else is good. He tells Jim, you're a troublemaker. This is what I need. I need a troublemaker. They end up going to the academy. They get their strike force, and they create a team that will take down Gotham's criminal underworld. This is it. This is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is what we have to do. If you're on board, stay here. We're going to take down all these criminals. And next up, the Penguin. We're going to take him down too. So this is crazy. I'm loving this story. I love that the strike force is going to be a big thing, at least for the next few episodes, if not maybe the first half of the season, and maybe even the second half as well. I'm not really sure. I don't think they'll stay till the second half. I think there's going to be this big thing at the mid-season finale. They'll kill the Strike Force. I think Nathaniel Barnes, in the end of the season, at least, in the mid-season finale, he'll probably maybe either die or realize that Gotham can't be saved. I feel like with him, he can still be the captain in the second half of the season, but if he's going to be the captain in the second half, I feel like his character will realize Gotham can't be saved. At least not yet until Batman gets here. Gotham can't be saved. So that's what's going to go down, is that I think he'll realize by mid-season he can't save Gotham until Batman shows up. Of course, they don't know about Batman, but still, he can't save Gotham. That's why Batman exists. That's why Batman's coming, is because they can't save it. No matter how many people you bring in, no matter how many strike forces, no matter how many captains, you can't save Gotham. Only Batman can save Gotham. So that's the only man alone who can save Gotham. You can't. So I feel like he'll realize that by the mid-season finale. If not, the actual finale of the season. So we're just going to have to stick with that. But I love that story. Next up, Theo Gallivan, Penguin, Barbara, all that stuff going on. So let's talk about that. So Theo Gallivan approaches, he sends Tabitha. Tabitha approaches Penguin, tells him that Theo wants him. They go, and they end up going to Theo's, and Theo tells Penguin, he reveals to Penguin that he was behind the whole Arkham thing. Barbara's there. She's just enjoying herself with Tabitha. I don't even know. Last episode, we got that whole thing where she just pauses and just, and then this episode she does the same thing. It's okay, this is you're just walking in, you're just kissing Tabitha, and it's awkward, and you do it every time someone comes into the mix. Every time a new character ends up working with Theo, you do that. So I feel like that was kind of weird. I feel like we don't need that. I feel like that's kind of over the top. I feel like they've done it in the first, in the other episode with Theo. So I feel like we get it. You're together. There's a big story going on with that. It'll probably come back, with karma. We don't need to see that every time someone works with Theo. Like, we don't need that. So I feel like that was a little bit over the top, but it was still, like, why would you need to show Penguin that anyway? Like, why would you need to show that? I don't even understand. So I feel like that we'll probably get an exclamation. I can't talk. I can't even talk. We'll probably get an explanation of that later on in the season. If not, that's kind of over the top. Anyway, so Theo, we obviously know Court of Owls. We already know that. And this is kind of like the Court of Owls story. See, Bruce, we know in the Court of Owls story, was trying to build a better Gotham. Was trying to build something new. Of course, Bruce was trying to do it for the good of Gotham. That's all that. Because if you've seen Batman vs. Robin, if you, the Court of Owls story, Bruce tries to build up Gotham, tries to build it. Theo is doing the same thing. Theo's, they're kind of turning the table. Bruce is too young, so Theo's going to take over the trying to build up Gotham, but in his own image. He is connected to the Court of Owls because his family was probably the oldest. We know that his family built Gotham up, the foundation of Gotham, over 200 years ago. So we know that he's back because of that. We know about the Court of Owls being here. So that's probably what's going to happen, is that he is taking over that story and, that part of the story with Bruce and building up Gotham. Only, he's going to do it by destroying the residential area, and he wants Penguin to help him do it. But he needs to be mayor first. So he ends up putting this elaborate scheme together to kill off the other candidates. Pity the janitor who has to clean that mess up. I actually tweeted that, if you guys want to see my Twitter. But he kills those two. He ends up killing, well, not killing, but almost killing Theo. It's staged. Theo ends up running for mayor. And Penguin's doing all this I can't talk. Penguin ends up doing all this because they kidnapped his mother. Because they kidnapped her. They're holding her hostage. If he doesn't do this stuff, they're going to kill her. And that's why he's got to do it. So he ends up working with Theo. So yeah, it was really cool to see that as well. Alright, next story, we got ourselves some Selena, Bruce, Alfred stuff that we're going to talk about. I'm also going to talk about a little bit about Silver in a second as well. So, actually, I'm not going to talk about them right now. I'm actually going to talk about the Riddler. So let's talk about the Riddler. I can't talk at all today. We're going to talk about Nygma, Edward, and, Miss Kringle, Kristen Kringle. So they end up going on a date. They end up, his other self pushes him to ask Miss Kringle out. He does that. He ends up cooking for Miss Kringle. Awkward cooking scene. We actually get that. They end up sitting down in his amazing apartment, by the way. That house looks, sweet. And the whole green in the background. The whole green aspect when he's the Riddler. Get it? The green in the back. Yeah, that was really fun to watch as well. They end up going on a date. He almost spills the beans and almost says that he killed what's-his-face, Detective, whatever his face is, that died in season 1. He almost blows it. He saves it. Kringle and him, just together, they end up sharing their first kiss. It's really cool. I'm really loving their story. I think what's gonna happen is that he's not fully mentally insane yet. I feel like he is insane, obviously. He's going crazy, but he's still in that stage where it's not over the top. Craziness, murderer. He just murdered one person, that was by accident, and he went a little bit mental. He didn't murder a bunch of cajillion people like Penguin. So I feel like, right now, they're building this story up because, one, they know that Kringle and Nygma and Kringle's story is one of our favorites. So I feel like they're building it up just because of that, and then they're going to tear it down by either him killing Kringle accidentally, or someone else killing Kringle, and then he goes ballistic. I feel like that's what's going to happen. So we're going to have to watch out for that. I think something's going to happen, but I'm loving what they're taking the direction in, and it's going to be a really fun story. Next up, we got Bruce, Silver, Selena, Alfred, Theo, all that jazz. So Bruce is training with Alfred. We already know that. He's back at school. I'm actually lucky, he's lucky that Thomas Elliott, that he ain't gotten to deal with no Hush anymore. That was season 1. We got to see Hush. We ain't seeing him anymore in season 2. And the Bruce back to school story in season 1 was one of my favorite stories. I hope they do that again. I hope they take that in a direction where he has to deal with, more of a mature thing. Obviously, we can see that David Mazouz is, way older now than he was in season 1. There is a time gap. There is a difference. And you can see that he's older. So, I want to deal with a story where he meets another villain. I want to maybe, not Deathstroke or anything like that, but, I can't think of anything. Like, I don't know, like some villain, he just has to go up against one villain. He's like a popular guy, the villain's a popular guy, he's a good guy though, and I want Bruce to be, tempted to, like, maybe, I don't know, like, start drinking, like, at his first, like, teen party, or, like, maybe dabbling in some darker stuff. I want Bruce to get darker as a teenager. I thought that's more like a season 3 direction, though. Like, even, like, he's getting, like, older and older. But, like, right now he's training with Alfred, and he's gonna get in with this, Silver story. And then, in season 3, maybe we can get into, like, the drinking and stuff, like, driving, drinking, and stuff like that. That'd be a really fun story to do for season 3. But, anyway, Bruce ends up training. He ends up, Alfred's like, run from here to school all the way back to Wayne Manor. That's how crazy it is. Like, you're wanting him to go through this, like, he almost got assassinated in last season, and on his own, and you're wanting him to run all the way back to Wayne Manor? Not a really smart idea. Anyway, before that happens, Selena ends up coming on this, on this wall. She ends up coming down and talking a little bit to Alfred. Alfred, I don't know if it was a slap. I couldn't tell if it was a slap or a punch because I was, like, on my phone and trying to watch at the same time, and I was like, wait, I missed that part. I think he punched her, like, a little bit. I think he punched. But he hit Selena. Let's just say he hit. He hit Selena. Selena is keeping it together. We can see that she's gonna try to cry, obviously. I feel like Selena's one of those things where she's, like, a tough girl, but she's really emotional. She's really, she's dealing with the streets, and she's emotional. We can see that she was gonna cry, because I don't think Selena has ever cried yet. We have never seen her cry. We can tell where she's gonna cry. He gives it to her. He tells her, you killed Reggie. That's for that. And she ends up getting hit. I have to say, Alfred, you better watch yourself. She's gonna become Catwoman in 10 years. She's gonna come with her claws. She's gonna break in Wayne Manor. She's gonna slice your face off. You punched her in the face. Like, she's gonna take her whip and kill you. Like, I don't even know. I'm surprised that Alfred did that. I'm surprised. Out of all this stuff, he hits her. And she's very little. Although I think she might have deserved it. She didn't go to jail for Reggie's murder, and she didn't do any time for it. So I feel like she might have deserved that. Maybe just a little bit for killing somebody. Karma comes to get you. But yeah, anyway, so that's that kind of story. I feel like it'll turn into a love triangle because Bruce meets Silver. We're gonna talk about that. Bruce ends up meeting up with Theo, and he meets Silver St. Cloud. That was the love interest from, I believe, the 70s. In the comics, I don't really remember. But someone tweeted at me and reminded me, and I was like, okay, it is 70s. But I don't remember now if it was. I think it was. I think they said 70s. So it was the 70s. I remember now, it was the 70s. That's the love interest there. One of the best love interests in a long time for Bruce. There's been like 4. There's been like Selena. Before there was Selena, there was Ivy. Ivy was a love interest at one time. Talia was a love interest, of course. Silver is another one. So we never really met Silver in the movies or anything like that. So now we're getting to meet her in Gotham, which is really cool. So I want Bruce this season, if he's not going to be doing anything like school-wise, like meeting, like drinking and stuff like that, I want him to get totally like... Because it's obvious that Theo wants her to be with Bruce. It's obvious that this is a trap. So I want them to get, like, really, like, serious. I want them to get super serious. Alfred goes against it. I want Bruce and Alfred to get in a huge fight over Silver, and he might just, like, run away or something. I want that to happen. I think that might happen. I don't know, but I want it to. So yeah, it's going to be really fun to see what happens with the Silver-Selena story. It's really interesting. So... I don't think I'm missing anything from the episode. We got to see Zaz, of course. Got to see him a little bit. But I think that was pretty much it from the episode. They're going to try to take down the Penguin next. That's what Nathaniel Barnes is going to try to do. I think I got everything, so that's pretty much it. So, I'm loving this episode. It was amazing. Top-notch thumbs up all the way. So, yeah, updates. My Gotham playlist is up there. You guys can go watch that. There are links up there. With a bunch of other videos as well. Updates, like I said... tonight's The Flash. I'll be live tweeting for that. Don't forget that I'm going to be doing that. They just dropped a trailer from the NYC something Comic-Con thing. I don't really remember. I'm going to be breaking down. I'm not going to do a separate video for that. I'm just going to break it down in my next Flash review. That's tomorrow. So I'm going to be doing that. The same for the Arrow trailer Thursday. So yeah, like I said, my playlist is up there for Gotham, as well as some more videos. My description down there has my Twitter, my Instagram, my Vine, and my vlog channel. You guys can go follow and subscribe to those. Comment down below what you guys thought of the episode, and what you guys think of Silver, and everything I said about what I want for the season. If you guys agree with me, if you guys want a different route for the stories, I definitely want to hear your opinions. And that's pretty much it. So other than that, like if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.